Good, y'all. So after Jaron Boots Ennis posted a picture of him sparring with Canelo Alvarez leading up to the fight between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Buck Crawford, some bozo named Bernie, the only Bernie I know is Bernie Mac, man. Rest in peace to the legend Bernie Mac. And listen, man, some dude named Bernie who's affiliated with Terence Crawford's camp, he came out and said that Jaron Boots Ennis is off code for training with Canelo Alvarez. So this just shows me that Terence Crawford and his team is scared, right? Bo Mac, Terence Crawford, Bernie. These guys are scared, man. These guys, the fight is like literally, what, 2 weeks away? And these guys are shaking in their boots, man. Ironically, Jaron Boots Ennis got Terence Crawford's whole camp shaking in their boots because they know that Jaron Boots Ennis is literally probably the perfect boxer to spar to help Canelo train for a guy like Terence Buck Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jaron Boots Ennis, he's been compared to guys like Roy Jones. Some people think he's a younger version of Terence Buck Crawford. Some people think he's a more athletic, explosive, dynamic version of Terence Buck Crawford. But listen, man, why these guys pulling a race card, bro? Like, why is Terence Buck Crawford's team? Why are you guys bringing up race? Why are you guys trying to start a race war? You know what I'm saying? Like, a black man can't spar with a Mexican guy like Canelo, who's the face of boxing. Like, is that what we're saying? Is that how divided America is in 2025? That you're telling a black man who he shouldn't spar with based off of their race? Like, first of all, bro, last time I checked, Terence Crawford and Jaron Ennis, they're not friends with each other. When Terence Crawford was at 147, Jaron Boots Ennis was calling out Terence Crawford for a fight. And Terence Crawford ducked Jaron Boots Ennis. He refused to fight him because he feels like Boots is too young. He feels like Boots' resume isn't good. And he feels like it does nothing for him at this point in his career to take a fight with Jaron Boots Ennis. I personally think Terence Crawford is scared to fight Jaron Boots Ennis. I mean, think about it. The guy at the time, the guy was only 26, 27 years old. He just entered his prime. Dude is going in there beating the shit out of everybody he steps in the ring with, right? The only fight that Boots has gotten critique for is his fight against Karen. And I don't understand why, because he beat Karen twice by unanimous decision. The only critique that people have about Boots is he gets hit too much. That's the only critique. But last time I checked, getting hit is a part of boxing, right? Like, you guys complained about Floyd not getting hit enough, right? Now you're complaining about Jaron Boots Ennis getting hit too much. Like, when you're a black boxer, bro, like, there's nothing you can do to satisfy everybody. If anything, Jaron Boots Ennis getting hit, it shows that he has a chin, right? All those times he got hit by Karen, he didn't get dropped. Like, if anything, we know that Jaron Boots Ennis has a strong chin. You feel me? Other than that, bro, yeah, he gets hit a lot, but he's going in there outboxing, knocking dudes out. He's in there, playing around with dudes in the ring, doing Roy Jones type shit. Like, you can't satisfy everybody. But this is a weak move from Terence Buck Crawford's team. And this Bernie guy is basically exposing that they're scared. They're nervous. The fight is what, 2 or 3 weeks away. And when that picture came out, when they seen that picture that Boost posted with him and Canelo, they're scared. Okay? And Terence Crawford, you don't need people like that in your team, bro. You don't need people in your team that have any type of doubt or any type of lack of confidence, because that's what that is, man. Jaron Boots Ennis can spar with whoever he wants to spar with. He's not friends with Terence Buck Crawford. He didn't grow up with Terence Buck Crawford. He's not from the same state or city as Terence Buck Crawford. The only thing that they have in common is they're both professional boxers and they're both African American. That is the only thing that they have in common. And, if Terence Crawford would have fought Jaron Boots Ennis while he was at 147, then maybe Jaron Boots Ennis wouldn't have done what he's doing right now. But because he denied him the opportunity to prove how great he is, he doesn't owe you or your training camp any loyalty, man. And I'm telling you guys, bro, I figured it out. I think that Canelo Alvarez is going to whoop Terence Crawford's ass so bad that I think that his team is going to throw in the corner, and I think that this will be a fight that ends in a stoppage. I don't know. I don't see Canelo just knocking out Terence Buck Crawford. I think that he's gonna batter up Terence Crawford's face so much that his corner is gonna throw in the towel and Canelo's gonna win by stoppage. Because if you look at the fight with Terence Crawford and Israel Majimov, I've never seen Terence Crawford get hit that much, right? There was one part in the fight where Majimov like hit Terence Crawford like 3 times in a row, and his head was just snapping back. And that was at 154, right? So think about this. If he was getting hit with some shit that was snapping his head back at 154, what do you guys think is going to happen when Canelo, who has been fighting at 168 for the last 7 years, he's undefeated at 168, right? What do y'all think is going to happen when Canelo is punching Terence Buck Crawford cleanly on the chin? He's good, bro. He's either going to get dropped a couple of times or he's going to take a brutal punishment. And I think there's a high possibility that his face is going to look exactly how Errol Spence's face looked when Terence Crawford was putting that whooping on Errol. I think the same thing is going to happen to Terence Buck Crawford. That's how I see this fight playing out, man. Canelo is too skilled. He has a chin of steel. I'll always call Canelo the man of steel because he has a steel chin, bro. Canelo has never been dropped, right? Canelo has one of the strongest chins in the history of boxing, right? And Canelo be putting dudes on their ass that's coming into the ring at like 200 pounds. He put Edgar Berlanga on his ass. He put Jermell Charlo on his ass. Stopped Caleb Plant. You feel me? Put Jaime Munguia on his ass. All of these guys that I just named are bigger than Terence Buck Crawford. I don't see what the Bud fans see, bro. I don't see how you guys honestly think that this guy is going to go in there. Like, these Terence Crawford fans are so delusional that these guys are saying that Bud is he's gonna knock out Canelo. You guys sound stupid. Canelo has fought light heavyweights that couldn't even put him on his ass. Fought Dimitri Bivol. The man was literally dropping his hands telling Dimitri Bivol, you punch like a bitch. You know what I'm saying? One in there with Sergey Kovalev, what they call him, the crusher, the bone crusher. Went in there and knocked out Sergey Kovalev at light heavyweight, bro. And you guys think Terence Crawford, who's not even half the size of those two guys that I just named, y'all think Terence Crawford is gonna go in there and knock out Canelo? You guys are delusional, bro. And listen, I'm gonna go ahead and say this. If Terence Crawford somehow beats Canelo by unanimous decision or knockout, then Terence Crawford, in my opinion, he's top 3 pound for pound of all time, bro. I'm going to go that far because he's going up 2 weight classes, bro. He only had one fight at 154. He's skipping 160 and he's going to 168. So he's jumping up 2 more weight classes after having a lackluster performance at 154. Many people like myself think he lost to Majimov. If somehow he can actually beat Canelo in a dominant fashion, even though I don't like Terence Crawford, bro, he gets all the props from me, bro. But this whole boots thing, this whole off-coat bullshit, it tells me everything I need to know, bro. Terence Crawford's team is not confident that he's going to win this fight. They're just not. So let me know what y'all think about this video. It's your boy Wavy. Stay Wavy TV. Make sure y'all subscribe, thumbs up the video, leave a comment. I'm out.